Welcome to Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa, where the stories are good, the coffee's strong, and the charm is home brewed.
We bring you the heart of small town living,
One story,
one sip,
and one beat at a time.
Welcome to Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa. Today we're excited to spotlight SC Powerhouse Athletics, a fitness hub that is becoming a cornerstone in our community. More than just a place to work out, SC Powerhouse is helping people build strength, confidence, and healthier lifestyles. They're inspiring Spencer County to take charge of their fitness journey. We're thrilled to learn more about their mission, their approach to health, and how they're making an impact right here at home. Let's jump in with owner Daniel Burba. Hey Daniel, thank you for coming in, and what we'll start out with is tell us your story. Let us know a little bit about you, yourself, and how you came up with,
why you're passionate about fitness.
I am. Well, first of all, I'm glad to be here. I'm really looking forward to getting on some kind of podcast, especially something local. I got into fitness probably when I was about 17. I chose to work over football, and I regretted that. So there was a little church gym on Preston, at Little Flock Baptist Church, and I got into that. And that was a great little place, about at the same size as what I'm working with right now. And I really enjoyed it. The layout was great. And then kind of took a break for a while, and then when my son was born, and he got old enough to play football, got back into it and trying to get him in shape, and we started going to the gym together and teaching him everything. And once I started coaching, I noticed that a lot of kids tend to be out of shape, and as a youth league coach, you kind of realize you don't have a lot of time to compress everything. You're trying to teach plays, you're trying to condition them at the same time in like a 3-month window. And every year I started noticing that, and we spend a lot of time trying to get kids in shape, and eventually I decided to do something about it myself to try to help cut down on the conditioning time for a lot of kids. And I just opened up my own garage at my house, which is our first location. And we had a little single garage. We could only have 7 kids in there. So that off season, I had some football players join us up there. And I had one baseball player, a friend of my wife's, brought their kid up there. And that's how I got started. And then probably, I think 6 months after that, we grew really fast, and I couldn't hold any more kids in there. And a sponsor family who owns Revival Coffee, they were talking about opening up the fitness facility in their basement. And I reached out to them, and they're a great family. They let me move in and paid a little bit of rent, got a little bigger space, and worked out of there for almost 2 years. And then this location popped up, and we moved down in town. This is the second time I had an opportunity to take that garage, and I couldn't pass it up. It was calling me, I guess. So
Right in the heart of Main Street.
yeah, the first time it wasn't really remodeled, and I was like, I don't know, I don't have the financial means to fix it up and do everything. And I'm assuming Bone Dry did a lot of the work in there, and so we kind of walked into a setup kind of the way it is. We did a few things to get it ready, but
You added some Powerhouse Blue for sure. Some
Yes,
SC Powerhouse Blue.
there's a lot of people that said, I'm so glad it's no longer red.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We like the royal blue color. I'm trying to stay with the school colors.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's wearing blue, everybody likes blue.
Yeah.
Ironically, my brother owns Bowling Green Powerhouse Gym down in Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
His colors are red and black, and my colors are blue and black. So it kind of works out.
Well, best thing right now, we're getting into the new year. Everybody's starting their New Year resolutions. So how would you be able to put people on track on keeping their resolutions? Because I know I've done it many years where I said, I'm going to go to the gym every day, and then after 3 days, I'm not going to the gym anymore.
You bought the outfit. And
Well,
so,
yeah.
and I know you said, it started off as a gym for school athletes, young
Yeah.
athletes, but now it's for everybody, right?
Yes. that was the big thing when I moved into my own space. I was wanting to incorporate adults and try to get some women's classes going there, and families. We have a family plan where everybody in your household can work out in whatever time you want. We do have a youth session that's 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's closed off just for kids. I want to give them a chance not only to teach them, but them to come in and socialize and enjoy the gym and enjoy that lifestyle, because as a coach, a lot of kids, their outlet is to be around some sort of mentor and be around their friends and not have someone constantly on them, and what better place than to get in shape and stay out of trouble. And so I think a lot of kids, whether they're going anytime or here, it's great that that's their outlet.
Absolutely.
So they stay out of trouble if they're in there lifting, at least.
That's right.
And we teach them a lot of things. It goes beyond lifting. I had a lot of great mentors. Sadly, most of them passed, except for my father. But a lot of them were coaches. So shout out to all the coaches. Your job is super important, and it's something I've always held myself to. That knowing that I'm influencing a lot of future people or future adults, and you should take your job very seriously if you're in any mentorship at all. So
Absolutely. My son played basketball for most of his life, and he's still friends with all of his coaches.
yes.
They definitely played a big part in his life.
You will never see a bigger smile on my face than when I'm just walking at a ball game or at a store around here, and someone runs up, Coach Burba, how you doing? And I'll give you a hug, or they'll, even after like a ball game, even a loss with the football team, some of them I've coached, they come to me and give me a hug. They know, I care about them. So it's huge.
Just wait till they get old enough to where they're starting to invite you to their weddings.
I hope so. I really do. I've taken on the softball team too, the middle school and high school softball girls. Same thing. They love seeing me and saying hi. They come after homecoming dances and prom. They came and got pictures in front of the gym, and they come to see me, and it's an awesome experience.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, what's some advice you have for someone like Steve and I, middle-aged people, just started the new year, we want to get in shape?
I've come to find that resolutions are hard to keep, to be honest. I know you're on a fitness journey, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've been watching your progress. You're doing great.
Thank you.
I think the best advice I can give is to start small and just do things in little increments. I think some people go gung-ho, they want to get a gym membership, and you see that. The marketing for gyms always goes up in January. By March, you're basically sitting with a subscription that you're not using. You're not upholding.
Yeah.
And I've fell in that.
Mm-hmm.
I had an Anytime Fitness membership for years, and I used it right before I opened up my gym. I used it frequently, but for a while I just sat there. Whenever went.
Yeah.
But I think start one day, go in there and familiarize yourself. If you want to get a trainer, let them show you some stuff, and don't get overwhelmed with it. The same thing with nutrition, just start cutting little things out. Junk food a little bit. Don't clean your cabinets out. I think it's the worst thing you can do. Some people can go cold turkey.
Yeah. It just makes me want it more.
But it just makes you want it. Yeah. It's okay, I think, for the most people that, especially if you're not competing and things like that. If you're trying to do that, then you might have to go a little more hardcore. But if you're just trying to get in shape and lose some weight and feel better about yourself, I think little steps is the best way to go.
It's a way to build that sustainable habit. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. I've seen too many people say, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to cut all the food out, I got to go to the gym 4 days a week, and they're completely burned out. And they don't want to take anybody's advice because they're just dead set on that. And that's the worst thing to do. You can keep your mind open to things and not try to overwhelm yourself with stuff.
Yeah.
Because you will fail most of the time.
I know the thing with me that intimidates me about the gym is I'm short. So every piece of equipment I have to adjust.
Yes.
And I don't know how to adjust it. And I don't want to stand there and look stupid in front of these very professional meathead guys that are over there grunting and lifting
Wow.
100-pound weights, and I feel stupid over there. I can't even adjust the seat on my bike or whatever.
And that's the thing, like so many people are scared to death to go in, especially free weights, which is so important. Like machines are great, and I have nothing against the machines, but free weights are, in my opinion, where it's at. You're gonna get the best form and learn the best form and technique. You're gonna get the most out of your lifts using free weights, which free weights is barbells and dumbbells and things like that. You know, you can squat with a barbell and get better results than you can squat with a Smith machine. And, you know, people just don't want to try and they're scared. And like I said, the best thing to do is hire a trainer and someone who knows what they're doing and let them teach you how to do it.
And do you offer that service?
I
at your
do
gym?
offer that.
Okay.
And I'm probably the cheapest rate. I charge on $35 an hour.
That is very cheap.
Yeah, typically my sessions are only an hour long. I try to be fair. That's the number one thing. I want to grow, but I don't want to feel like there's a lot of people in the community I know that maybe can't afford some things, and there's plenty of people that can. And I'm trying to find that fine line there, and I'm willing to work with a lot of people, and I have in the past. And I want you in there, and I want your kids in there. You know, that's just how I feel about running a business.
Yeah.
But yeah, to get back to your point, it's so many people are intimidated, not just women, men. I've talked to plenty of men. They're like, I don't want to feel dumb. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure if my form's right. I've never done that before. And like, yeah, you gotta get in there and try. You know, or you know, say hire a trainer and say, I just want you to run me through these movements here.
Right.
On these.
Show me a couple things at least so I can get started.
And
It doesn't have to be this long term. You will have better results, let me tell you, if you do. But if not, at least it gets you started.
Yeah.
It gets you over that fear factor.
Yeah, because machines are pretty easy. And they're designed to be that way. But some people never push themselves either. They're just on the machines and they're in there for an hour and I did great. No, a lot of times you didn't.
You didn't do anything really.
Yeah. It's a way big, it's a big difference between a 45-pound barbell and some bench press arms on a cable machine. It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
And people need to jump into it. They need to go and do it. I only have one machine in my gym. Everything else is free weights.
Is it?
Yeah, leg extension and curl machine. That's about the only thing I would consider a machine. The rest is all free weights. I got a couple of bikes, air bikes in there. That's about it.
As I say, you have the garage doors open a lot in the summer.
Yes.
Or when the weather's nice, I guess. And yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, I try to keep the bays open. I like that feel. It's a good aesthetic. I think people. That's kind of intimidating at the same time because they're like, "Oh, where's the machines at?" Well, you're the machine. You know, get in there and lift.
Yeah.
And my wife and my son are very knowledgeable. And I've taught almost I have taught every single person that's came in there, one level or another. So everybody that's coming there either knows what they're doing or I've actually trained them for the past 2 or 3 years. So.
And your wife runs it during the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she works from home and she's there during the day to answer any questions, sign people up, and run you through any of the equipment you need help with. I'm there until 7:30. I open at 6 and I'm there until 7:30 in the morning. And then she takes over from there and I come back for my youth session. And if someone comes at 8 after the youth session, I'll stay open. And then we're open on Saturdays until noon, from 7 to noon. And Sundays I'll do it by appointment. If you say, hey, I missed a day this week, you care if I come in, I'll open up. Or personal training, something like that, I'll do that. So.
That's what I love about small business in a small town.
Yeah.
Everybody's so accommodating.
We try
Yeah.
so hard, and we were open all day Sunday, but we just weren't getting enough business at that time. I'm like, we'll wait.
Yeah.
If it picks up, we can adjust, and we'll stay with flexible.
The one thing I noticed about Sundays, that's when I did have a membership at any time at one time, and it was I'd go Sunday mornings because it was dead. Everybody was at church or at worship wherever, and I was able to have the run of the whole town. And then whenever I did afternoons, it was kind of busy because you had everybody in there, and after school it was crowded.
Yeah.
But when my work schedule, I work from 2:30 to 11. The best times I had was I left from work and went straight to the gym with my buddy, and the two of us would work out for hour and a half, and then get home by about 1 and go get ready to go to bed. But now you're wired.
Yeah.
But it was the
Crazy
best
people
way.
work
But it was the
out
best
after
way to
work.
do
See,
it.
I do. I work out.
Do you?
Yeah. It's just depends on my schedule.
I missed my training session the other day because I had an early morning meeting and I had to go at like 3 o'clock after I'd ate lunch. I thought I was gonna die.
That drags you down. It's hard
I
after
thought I was
lunch.
gonna throw up the whole time.
Yeah, it's hard after lunch, especially depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, and as soon as I got there, she said, "Oh, you're gonna hate this today." I was like, "I hate it every day," but I really hated it that day.
And that's something else. That's another thing why I opened the gym up too, because ultimately, right now I have a youth only session, but ultimately, if this grows and I get a bigger location here in town, I want to keep it in the county if at all possible, obviously. But I opened the gym because I want kids to have a place to lift, and I want parents to eventually be able to work out at the same time. That's something that's hard to do. Anytime, they can't really accommodate that. It's hard to watch your kids too.
Yeah.
If you have a facility where your kids are separated with a trainer, and then you're doing your thing, that's different. But you can't. It's hard. I mean, I had my son in there at 5:30 in the morning. Luckily, he listened and he would play on a tablet, and then sometimes I'd work out with him in the back. But most kids are just rambunctious and they're going to jump on equipment, and it becomes a liability.
Right.
So that's the ultimate goal, and that's why I opened it up. Is at least kids have a allotted time where they can come and work out, and they don't have to be in high school. High school's got a great weight room, but they can start now, and that's something else too. I want them prepared. I'm sure Marksbury's, glad that some people kind of know what they're doing when they walk in the room, and saves them some time too. And I hope it does.
Yes.
That's another reason. I've talked to him about stuff too. My gym's always open if they need anything. So
We
That's
love
one
that you're
reason why.
contributing, this town, we love our high school sports.
oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We hear about it all the time. A lot of my friends live in Louisville and stuff, and it's crazy how big it is here. It's just cool because I come in off of 155, and you see the flag and fireworks going off. If I'm running late to my son's game, that's what I get to see. And come on. Of course, he was a freshman this year, so he played Mondays. He was the only freshman that made varsity this year, so he got to play both Friday and Monday, so it was great. But it's just such a sight to see, and almost the whole town's there.
It really is. It's wild.
Well,
Yeah.
when they went to the championship games and stuff, they all lined up.
Oh yeah.
See the buses off.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite thing when they come down Main Street and do that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. You don't get that feeling in a lot of places anymore,
I never saw that in Louisville.
which is one reason I live here. I grew up in Bullitt County, and it's so overgrown now, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
And I'm only 39, so I've watched it change completely from a small town when I was little, and especially Shepherdsville. Brooks, I'm from Brooks, so Brooks is a little bitty,
Yeah.
a post office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we claim it. We still claim it.
Right.
But Shepherdsville is something totally different. And,
Yeah.
nothing knocking Bullitt County, it's just not the same.
Well, I live right between Bullitt County and Spencer County.
Yeah.
And so I can get to Mount Washington just as fast as I can
Yeah,
to
I'm right
Taylorsville.
there.
And it's
I'm
just,
exactly 10 minutes
yeah,
difference.
and it's just slightly bigger
Yeah.
than Spencer County, really,
Yeah.
or than Taylorsville. But it's a totally different feel
It
here.
is absolutely different.
It's just, Mount Washington is nothing like it. I mean, that's where my son went to school, went to Bullitt East, and it's just not the same.
Yeah.
You get more of that Louisville feel when you
A little
go that
bit,
way.
I
You
think
do more
so,
when you.
yeah.
And Shepherdsville's like that too.
Yeah.
When they started tearing down homes, I love old homes. Well, you've seen me talk on Facebook about Main Street and stuff like that.
You're right where you're supposed to be, though.
I hate that they had to tear that one place down. But I saw that happen in Shepherdsville, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
these old homes tore down. And the next thing you see a CVS, and it's like, why?
Right.
Who's planning this? And all the warehouses. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
And then they have their their infrastructure breaking down because they're putting them up too fast.
Too much.
Yep.
That's what I love about our government here. I feel like they've got a good plan to help us grow.
I hope
healthy.
that, I was thinking about that. I really pray that they grow the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't.
And that's one thing that talking to them and everything, that's what we're trying to do is grow the right way. Like part of tourism, part of the chamber, part of Main Street. You don't want to scare people.
Yeah.
You know, you have these people that have been here for so many years. They like what they have. But there's needs that need to be met. And yeah, we don't need a Walmart.
No.
You know, I mean, somebody will scream, yeah, we do need a Walmart, but we don't. It's taken away from your little mom and pop shops. And that's what makes small town America, is those smaller town shops.
Luckily for us, we're not too close to the interstate.
Right.
Yeah.
Shelbyville's got some growing pains, but Shelbyville's downtown looks great.
It does.
Thankfully, that's not,
Yeah.
been touched. Or Danville, you go to any of these places, and some people are Bardstown. Spencer County's right along that. They're taking care of their Main Street, because if you don't, I mean, it's going to disappear. It's going to look like every other town.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing we learned about Main Street. To be a Main Street society in the U.S., you have to have X amount of historical buildings and untouched buildings. And some people don't know that, so they're like, oh, well, we can come and change. Yeah,
You lose too many.
Yeah.
You can lose your
pull off
accreditation.
accreditation.
Yeah.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah. So, well, let's wrap it up with give us your best fitness tip. And give us your best, I don't want to say diet tip, but nutrition tip. There's the right word.
Yeah.
I hate the word diet.
Yeah, that's a bad word.
You're just setting yourself up for failure with that one, yeah.
Yeah.
4-letter word.
Yeah, it's definitely a 4-letter word. I hear people say diet all the time. Well, please stop. Nutrition tip I'd say is a big one to me is don't eat too much at one time. Cut your meals down.
Yeah.
That's all been a long time thing I've heard people say, and I've tried to do myself. And fitness tip wise, I just say get out there and do it and be comfortable and ask questions and don't feel intimidated.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to touch base on real quick is that there's a lot of parents out there that I've dealt with personally that think that youth, even though I got a lot of kids at my gym, there's a lot of kids that stay at home because their parents think that they shouldn't be lifting. And there's a big myth that they'll damage their growth plates and it's not safe.
Okay.
But I will tell you that there's nothing wrong with kids lifting weights. If you step it the right way and they're not overlifting, no one maxes out in my gym. I got a high schooler maxing out yesterday for the first time since he's been there. So he's been training 2 years up to this point to do a max out. So there's nothing wrong with kids coming in and working out. It's a bump or debunked myth or whatever you want to call it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You will damage your growth plates if you try to go too heavy,
Right.
and that does happen. But your kids can break growth plates at football, sports, and you're more likely to get hurt in a sport than you ever will in the gym.
That's true.
I've had one kid strain his toe before, and I think that was about the only injury I've had at the gym since I
Right.
And you're there watching them, right?
Yeah,
I
I'm walking constantly through the stations, and the younger ones and the new ones I'll work with personally until I feel like they're a little more. I can just go, wander away and look
Start
at
the
somebody
next
else.
group, yeah.
Start the next group. It's typically how it works too. Like my wife's watching a few of the guys tonight, but they're all high schoolers. They've been there with me for 2 years. They know what they're doing. They know how to use the safety bars and all the stuff that's in there. All of our equipment has safeties on it, and I will not let them take the safeties off. Nobody should work without safeties. And it's basically a steel bar that goes across the racks and keeps you from, it'll catch the weight as you go down if we fail.
Okay.
So that's something I wanted to throw out there. Everything in there's got a safety to it. So
That is a good point, because I've heard that before, that younger kids shouldn't lift weights. And
yes.
And it just sounds so backwards, because why should kids not be doing something that's getting them healthy?
And then if you take your time to do it, I was actually thinking of a scenario this on the way here, because I wanted to bring this point up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having your kid drag 10-pound grocery bags in the house, how come you can't walk with 10-pound dumbbells?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a farmer's carry, basically, is what
Right.
that is. Or buckets out on the farm, you know,
Right.
you're doing a lot of work everywhere else. Now he's going to learn, or she's going to learn proper form with those movements and then apply it to what they're doing every day.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to bring that up because this is still a farming community.
Yeah.
How many people, you know,
The kids work farms.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Carry the feed bags.
Yeah,
you know,
feed
carry
bags.
Hey, it's
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, so you're working out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just don't say you're working out
Yeah.
because you're working.
Mm-hmm.
And you may be doing that with bad form for a long time.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's something I teach form. You know, just a deadlift alone is a very long process of teaching kids how to do deadlifts. And they can tell you it's
Mhm.
exhausting because I'm like, no, you didn't do it right. Start over. You know, and I'll do it over and over and over again. Go through the cues, and that's something else is break down a workout by cues, and it's easier to learn that way.
Mhm.
Where your hands go, what do you do next? What's your next step? Where should your feet be? And it makes it so much simpler once they learn the cues. It becomes second nature,
Mm-hmm.
so they stay safe.
Yeah, once you know it, you know it.
Yeah.
And you can feel when you're around a
Oh, yeah.
position.
Yeah.
You just, you're
Once
like,
you
no,
know,
that's
you're
not
like,
right.
that's not right. This doesn't feel right. You know, my foot's off, or my back
Mhm.
wasn't. I didn't breathe right. That one. You know,
Mhm.
they know.
Well, it's like when I played ball and I'd go up to hit, I knew when my stance wasn't right.
Yep.
You know, you try and correct it before the pitch, but sometimes you couldn't, and it's like, okay, don't swing.
Mhm.
Just fix your form for the next pitch. So yeah, it's always constantly thinking of what you're doing, so this way you're doing it right.
Are
Well-
you guys doing anything for Christmas on Main down there? Okay. Sure.
Yeah. no.
We'll be open. We're trying to decorate. We got the windows done.
They look great.
Oh my
She does
gosh.
such a good job. She's so fast.
I had one parent say, "Oh, we were wondering if you were going to leave the ghosts up for the rest of the year." I'm like, I didn't want to take them down. They look so good. We were literally out scraping after our last class, and I was like, "This is sad." I know she's going to paint new things, but I was like sad that I have to scrape this off.
But now you're not, right?
No, it
Yeah.
turned out great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tell her something, she can. It's unbelievable what she can do.
I know. And she just sketches it freehand on the
Yeah, we're like,
windows.
we want some poles and say like Gainesville or whatever, and she's like, okay, and I'm like, do a buff Santa and a buff reindeer on it, and it's like, she, boom.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. So
Yeah.
it'll be the first time.
Are you guys gonna be in the parade?
No,
No,
we're
it's
not.
gonna be out on
Yeah,
the
we're
street.
gonna be out there. I
Ooh,
told the
it's gonna be
kids.
cold.
I told the kids to stop by. We're gonna. My wife bakes, so we're gonna try to have some cookies and stuff
Mhm. Nice.
for the members or whoever wants to come by and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm finally off, so I can be there this
Oh,
weekend.
nice.
So
I'm gonna be out of town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss it.
no,
Yeah.
we'll think of you.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be freezing somewhere else, so don't worry.
It is
I'm
supposed
not
to be-
going anywhere warm or anything.
It's
That's
supposed to be very cold.
very, very cold.
I'll
Yeah.
still be out there in shorts.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I'm in shorts all the
If
time.
it wasn't for my job, I wouldn't be wearing pants.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to wear shorts at work. So, let people know how they can get in touch with you on Facebook page.
Yeah, give us the address if they want to come in and get like a tour of the gym.
Yes, we're at 16 Jefferson Street, where it intersects with Main Street, right on the corner. It used to be an old garage, so it's not hard to miss, really, right at the light. You can contact me on Facebook at SC Powerhouse Athletics, or my personal page. I'll answer you on that. Or stop in and talk to my wife or me in the morning. I'm there, like I said, till 7:30. And then she's there the rest of the day. So anybody who wants to stop by, you've been driving by, stop by. Just stop in and talk to us, take a tour. We'll be glad to show you everything. So.
And I know you said you have memberships. What memberships do you have exactly?
We have a single membership is $60 a month. If you're a first responder, military, anything like that, we will give you a discount. I think it's 10%. I think it knocks it down to 50, I believe. The family plan is what I try to push because we have some big families and you have 5 or 6 kids or 4 or 5 kids and 2 parents. It's only $115 a month for everyone.
Right.
And that's unlimited visits. They can come in anytime during the week or Saturdays or whatever. It doesn't matter. and discounts apply to that too. We also give a bigger discount we offer annual plans. So we've had a couple of kids pay for the entire year. So I think it's probably over 100 and something off of that. So.
And this isn't just about how you look. This is about getting healthy, longevity. You don't want to be the old person that's shuffling your feet down the road. And these kids that want to potentially play in college, you don't know what's coming for you in college.
No, and that's something.
The amount of working out that you're about to do.
I have a girl that I worked with a lot, Kayla. She was fantastic, one of the softball players, and we sent her off. She went to Lindsey Wilson, and her coach didn't have to teach her hardly anything. So she went on her fitness journey and started working out 2 years before she went to college, because you will. If you ain't in the weight room now, it don't matter what college sport you're playing, you're going to end up in the weight room. Yep. So you don't want to be a deer in headlights walking in that environment.
Because that coach is not babying you.
No.
No.
They don't have time.
It's like a job at that
Basically,
point.
they sent her her itinerary. Like, this is what you need to be doing now before they even went to college. Her and a couple other girls got the same thing. So they're not babysitting.
No.
And it helps out the high school program too. If they start early, they kind of know what they're supposed to be doing, and they get stronger and be ready to go. So.
Well, we appreciate the work that you're doing. We love having another gym option, because Anytime Fitness just isn't a good fit for everybody. And
I have nothing
No.
bad to say about Paul at all. He was willing to work with me when I first got started, matter of fact. It just wasn't going to work, I don't think. It ended up not working. It was too many kids.
Right.
But he's a great person.
Yeah.
And I always said that. I went live a few months ago and said that. It is a different aesthetic. I think a lot of people think that it's a powerlifting type of gym. I guess it would be considered that, because you can do squat, bench, and deadlift in there. But we have reverse hyper and GHD and air bikes and kettlebells and medicine balls. We got everything in there. Jump boxes, so timers, ropes, sleds. Everything from Olympic weightlifting to strongman to regular fitness. You can pretty much do it everything in there. So
Awesome.
We work with what the space we have. I'm hoping to grow, obviously.
Right.
I want a nice facility, and we've been trying to plan that for a long time. This one's mapped out perfectly, so I spent hours and hours and hours fitting every square inch of that building.
And it's yours. You get to do with what you
Yes,
want.
yeah.
And you don't have to share space with anybody.
Yeah. People are walking there like, this is crazy. You got a nice setup. I think I'm OCD, and I sat there with a map and mapped out every square inch of this building to fit what I could. So it's mapped out as best.
I remember when you moved from the Revival building. I was like, "Ooh, that's a lot of equipment to move. That's no fun."
Yeah, and I had even more equipment.
Did you?
We got some collegiate grade from Indiana University, the squat racks that are in there. So they won't last. I'll be dead and gone by the time they fall apart. They're heavy duty. So
The kids are getting those in their inheritance.
yeah. I praised them. I was like, be rough with it, because they're not gonna break it.
Well, again, thank you very much for
Thank you all.
being here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's all for today's episode of Small Town Pulse. Thanks for sharing a little bit of your day with us.
We'll be back soon with more voices, more stories, and more of the heart that makes small towns shine.
Until then, keep listening
Keep smiling.
and always keep your finger on the pulse.